Warden first. We have seen her be successful on Last Refuge, especially in the hands of Lord Light, but we've also seen her fail quite a bit. Is this walled off now? I think it is, right? Wow. I've never seen this before. This is now walled off. The Archmage can't enter through here. That's pretty cool. Warden being very aggressive. Shadow Strike level 1 and the Claws of Attack +6. That's quite a bit of damage coming towards the AM. Shadow Strike number 2 hitting. Oh, nice block here with the Footman. That was well done. But she has one more Shadow Strike, so the Archmage has to be real careful. There's a Wisp here as well for the detonate against the Water Elementals. And of course, Sock wants to expand against Night Elf. And the AM, yeah, he has to walk away. He can't be there for the creep. But without the AM, the damage onto the Warden is pretty damn limited. If he gets the Trapper number 2, that will be the level 2 for the Archmage. Let us take a look. There we go, hits the level 2. Has the aura now. Has the mana available for another Water Elemental. Nice deny. Well done by Sock. So Sock seems to be really creative with his play style and really strong in the long macro game and harassment game. His mechanics, every now and then I feel can be lackluster, but this block with the Footman, the deny on the Peasant, that was looking pretty damn solid. Going for 2 towers first before the expansion. Only 1 Ancient of War. We have the tech at the same time for Colorful, getting the Boots of Speed here. Not yet healed up. Is he gonna start a creep camp here? Seems to be the case. He has 2 Huntresses now. And he's going towards the Mercenary camp. Does the Archmage really want to pressure this? Not even 200 HP to his name. He's getting the Telestaff and the Dust. Oh, and Sock being very careful. Playing this really slow. Getting 2 towers before the Expo. And he has the money now. The big Golem already dead, giving him the Scourge Bone Chimes. Very, very, very nice later for the Bears. But the Footmen are coming in. Where's the Archmage going? Going to safety towards his expansion. And these Footmen don't seem to be able to do too much. Warden still with quite a bit of mana on herself. One skill point is being saved. Only Shadow Strike so far. And she's level 3. That was pretty quick. Getting this green camp and the Merc camp and a few pickoffs. I think he got experience from 1 peasant. I'm not even sure. Anyways, he's level 3 now. He's gonna get this one as well. Can he deny it maybe with a tower? Deny tower. Ooh, not quite. Busy with the Archmage over here, of course. That is way more important. And the Warden, she could skill into Blink if she wants to. That would definitely force the TP. She sees him now. Doesn't even need the Blink. She's faster, of course, with the Boots of Speed. She's getting fogged around the trees. Beginner's mistake. Well done, though, by Sock trying to fog. Not quite able to dodge the first damage of the Shadow Strike. Oh, and he's outside the main. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Warden, she can come to chase. Oh, man. That was a mistake. He went for the double-click TP. And unfortunately he landed here. And that's not good. Ooh, this Warden is almost level 4 after only 2 creep camps. And there's a counter expansion coming here. And the Footies can't take it down by themselves. Maybe with Merc camp support, but they don't even try to. Tier 3 already being started. Everything just seems to be going swimmingly for Colorful. Oh my goodness. The next Shadow Strike will secure the next kill. And some more mercenaries. And the Ancient of War is moving into position to creep up the Expos. The Tree of Life can just walk over there. Guys, this is looking like outclass, isn't it? It's looking very tough for Sock. It's looking very, very tough for Sock. Is this tick gonna be enough? He's gonna... Oh, he's... That 1 H... He needs to regen 1 HP! 1 HP regen! Oh! Not quite. That was really close. And she's level 4 now. And this is where she really starts to become scary. AM back on the battlefield. Not even level 3. Oh, this is painful. Getting the shredder now. Healthstone for him. Definitely nice against this high damage warden. Still saving 2 of her skill points. Tree of Life is walking over. It's gonna be a fair bit behind the human side, but of course we also have to take into consideration how much damage the human has taken. In this early game, greater healing, it's okay. Tome experience, yes please! Getting the warden closer to level 5 now. Reveal, did he use it from the laboratory? Yes he did, of course. Doesn't have magic sentry yet. This is such a sad army. 3 footies, nothing else. And the warden with absolute map control. She could try to pressure the archmage more, but yeah, whatever. Let him take this creep camp. Look how long it's taken. Jesus Christ. She's just creeping up herself. This will be level 5 for her sentry wards as well. 3 skill points now to spend. Tier 3 is finished. Lores are standing. So is the Ancient of Wind. And Tangle Goldmine will be there in a second. It's not even that far behind.
Forces are under attack.
Not even 2k. Oh, Jesus. Sog is going to tier 3. Of course, there's no way he can hit any sort of tier 2 timing. That is not possible. And now we have 3 levels of Fan of Knives. Finally decided to skill, and he's not playing the Solo Warden. He's going for the Panda. This is last refuge. There's lots and lots of creeps. He'll easily be able to get the Panda to level 3 before the human attacks for real for the first time. Maybe even level 4. Probably not level 5. Tome free training on the Warden. And yeah, you guys know what's coming. She has the anti-magic on herself. Sentry ward on the high ground. That's also pretty cool. And here we go. 1 hippo to scout to see where the most peasants are. Colorful, man. Really, really impressing me today. Only thing missing here on the Warden is the Orb of Venom. Now comes the Zeppelin, but it's a little too late. And he kind of needs 2, to be honest. And staff home.
A player's
taking no damage.
Attack.
So, 75. So that means he killed 7 peasants right there. And he invested a bit of mana and an anti-magic. Panda getting closer to level 3. We have the MK now. Whew, but already, man, this is so tough. This is so tough. 1 kill, 2, 3, 4, and goodbye.
A player's forces are under attack.
And of course, Colorful. He played Sok before. Maybe he even saw the games against Hihi. He should definitely be aware of the style that Sok likes to play, and that is of course tanks. And I think that is why this Panda choice is really good. Of course, a level 6, level 7, level 8 Warden is really, really strong. But against tanks, the Panda will be better. Oh boy! Oh my god.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ah, it doesn't work! He creates the tower, but he gets popped over here. What the fuck?
Town is under siege.
So he has to kill this tree, and then he's gonna get cannon towers again. Like he did on Amazonia. Alright. Sok's specialty. One amongst many, I guess. Warden in the main again. This time not killing too much, it doesn't seem. But still keeping the human kind of busy. King Cancer! He's back! And there's the first cannon tower.
A town is under siege.
MK 1.5 only against 3.5 almost. Does he anticipate this? He's sitting around his expansion here.
A player's forces are under attack.
One tank in the main, but already 2 bears left behind. That's the way you're supposed to do it. And of course the shredder will always be there. He's super low on lumber, despite the shredder. Maybe it hasn't been too long since he got him. One coming in, Blink, fan of knives, free experience thanks to water elementals, Archmage in trouble, he has the TP, does he want to use the health stone? He's getting holy lighted before, we have the paladin now third, and the towers are soon to be up. This is pretty cool timing, both towers finishing at exactly the same time. And there's no fairy dragons here to deal with this, so this might be really, really annoying. Of course the panda can breath it down over time. Speaking of which, where's the panda? He's over here. Alright, alright. King Cancer has found some way to you know, do something here. We have a mud golem as well. It's good against the tanks. Can't deal with the towers though. And Colorful realizes that Sok wants to set up a new base here. So he rather tries to contain this area instead of keeping his expansion safe, which is an interesting choice, definitely. And the Warden now very, very close to level 6. Cannon Tower, of course, can easily get rid of this entangled gold mine.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Creepjack coming in, of course there is a TP here. If he dispels this water elemental, that is level 6. Riot has 2 dispels. There we go. Oh, it's not level 6. 7 XP away. Okay, now he gets it somewhere. I don't know. Alright, his answer to this seems to be glaive throwers.
A player's
It's gonna take a while though.
Attack.
Peasant will be there for repair.
Town is under siege.
Oh, this is so obnoxious. I think this panda could be put to better use up here. Just breath this crap all the time.
A player's forces are under attack.
Let's take a look at the resources. Sok has
Town is under siege.
2k gold. Guys, I think this might be King Cancer time again. He's gonna be able to explode into production. And knowing Sok, it's gonna be lots of tanks
A player's
and
forces
Dragon
are under
Hawks.
attack.
Just barely surviving. Alright. The ground attack from the glaive throwers will finally kill the peasant. No more repair. And that means guard tower gone. And finally this will be dealt with. But this took so much time out of the mining. Like, it's incredible.
A player's forces are
And
under
this can be
attack.
done over and over. It's not that expensive. Now Sok's army's moving in to deal with the glaive throwers, but of course they have kind of done their job already. Panda, he's level 4 now. He could definitely get to level 5 with these 2 camps. But But he's really low on resources. We can see it here, only 200, about 300 gold for the Night Elf and more than 2k for Sock. I wonder, should he have maybe started production at like 1.5k and then tried to roll over him with 80 supply? The issue, of course, is Colorful is at about 80 himself already. It doesn't look like it, but he is.
The player's forces are under attack.
These two glaive throwers, of course, pretty expensive in supply and not really worth their weight. Alright, he has started production. And of course it's tanks. And hawks. Oh, griffins actually. Okay. Griffins are easily countered though, with mass hippos.
A player's forces are under attack.
He doesn't really start production for them, and he doesn't really have the resources for, the supply for it either. And these two glaive throwers are kind of dead weight at this point. We have the first hippo. Well, actually we had one before for scouting. So I think this is pretty important. What does this hippo scout? If he sees a lot of griffins, he might react accordingly. Oh, and now I think the hippos are gonna continue the gold mine harass. Excuse me. So the hippo sees the main army, but he didn't see the griffins. They're parked here for the time being. He brought new peasants with a zeppelin to keep on repairing the tower, which doesn't even do anything. Oh, Sock, my boy. Wisp sees the human army coming in here. And he has to react. TP coming in. Is the panda gonna be in range? Just barely. Pulls him back. So he's TPing to his expansion. I think that was a tank drop. I'm not sure. And the expo is starting to fall. Wow. This is incredible. Archmage in quite a bit of trouble though. But look at the tree. Look at the tree. It's probably gonna be falling. Oh, Paladin. He's gonna be dead in a second. Level 2? Holy light! Oh my god, he just got the level 2. And the tree is gone! The tree is gone in the main base. There's one tank. It will be dealt with. But the expansion has been killed. With tanks, griffins, and earlier a cannon tower. Everything is so low though. Fan of knives! Doesn't kill anything. But the paladin does die. This is ridiculous.
Player's forces are under attack.
Sock, incredible. Now, he hasn't won yet. He's still going up against very, very strong heroes. But he's playing 2 base versus 1, which is never good. He's gonna be able to easily get a level 5 panda if he finally decides to creep this. I like this one Agent of War being parked here. He's gonna be able to see if there's creeping happening for a new base. Speaking of which, mains have expired, at least for the Night Elf. And now also for Sock in a second. He has so much gold though. Sock, winning the economy game hard. But he has taken beatings in the hero level department. That was the trade-off. Panda now finally with a telestaff for more mobility. And again the tanks go for the moonwells. Oh, and he's so supply stuck. He's super supply stuck. 65 out of... Oh, he keeps that moonwell alive, but that is very expensive. Very expensive indeed. One more tank falls. That's more experience for the panda. Only 80 away now from his level 5. Speaking of level 5, Archmage suddenly got his. And the Paladin is gonna... the MK is gonna get level 3 as well, and the Paladin is getting closer there himself. And here comes the next base. Do we have more tanks in production? No, we don't. Not at the moment. Oh, and this is the fight that Sock was looking for. The big supply advantage. Drunken Ace Breath of Fire coming in, but of course we have mass AoE. How many heal scrolls does he have in here? Not many at all. He can't win this fight. Sock has to leave. Does he have a TP? Yes, he does. How much is he going to lose on the end? On the way home, he loses the MK. Not too many of the air units, I don't think. Actually, he did. Only 63 supply remaining. He thought he had a window of opportunity there to set up a new expansion and to possibly win a fight. But yeah, against Hippos, you do need Dragonhawks, man. Hippos will shred through your... There's 2 farms here. Hippos will shred through the Griffins, is what I wanted to say. 1-0 upgrades on the human side, 1-1 on the Night Elf side. No income at the moment for Colorful, but that's gonna change. And the Panda on L5 with a mana pot. And we also, of course, have the level 3 Fan of Knives. This is so much AoE. He has to have heal scrolls against this, and obviously that's very expensive. And he doesn't have... Oh, he has no income anymore! Uh-oh. Uh-oh! We have Hawks now. Suddenly we have 1,000,000 Hawks. They were severely missing in the last fight. We were on 1 base. We were on 2 base versus 1. We were on 1 base versus 0. And now it's turned around. Now it's 1 base versus 0 again, but this time the human doesn't have any more income. Alright. He has to get this base. Otherwise he can't win this game. He has a lot of gold still left, though, to do it. Let's check the resources here on both sides.
Forces are under attack.
900 for the human, only 200 for the Night Elf. But army supply speaking heavily in favor of Sock as well. He's in high upkeep. He really, really, really wants this base. His army's strong, but how good are his heroes? MK's level 3, right? Where is he? Yeah, MK's level 3.
Town is under siege.
Paladin only level 2 though. And this entire air army will disappear over time if there are not enough heal scrolls. Does he buy them now? Yes. Whew. Is he gonna decide to all-in attack instead of going for a new base? No money anymore. Basically no money. Only about 50 gold left for Sock. But 25 supply ahead. And he has 2 heal scrolls. 2 heal scrolls on his side. First Fan of Knives wasn't too strong. Warden taking a lot of damage. Panda in the perfect position. Where's the Breath of Fire? Drunken Ace Breath of Fire. Big damage coming in. Heal scroll has to be used sooner rather than later. And there it is. That was the first one. He has the second one at the ready. Gives it over to the MK so he can use it. Warden being rejued up. Drunken Ace Breath of Fire again. Fan of Knives to follow. But hey! Heal scroll has been used again, and these Dragonhawks are looking pretty damn healthy. Mass Militia coming in as well. The Avatar Vengeance. Oh, the Warden! The Warden! She has to blink out! And she can. The Panda has used his mana potion, but... Pause. But the Hawks are still alive. Whoops. A lot of gold for the Night Elf, basically nothing for Sock. But now this Warden has to leave, and the Panda is gonna be left alone. Left alone. I like how he doesn't say anything. He's just pausing. I think we just can't see the chat. That would be super BM. And the Paladin has found level 3 here. Sock. King Cancer. I think he's doing it. Panda has to use the Healthstone. Drunken Ace, Breath of Fire. That's a lot of kills. But the MK, he has one more bolt. And look at it fly. It's hammer time, boys. Level 6 for the Panda. But he doesn't have the mana for the ult. He's skilling it. But he can't quite use it. One more volley will be his demise. And he falls. In the meantime, tanks trying to get rid of the Tree of Eternity. But it's still alive. It is still alive. He has no resources though. He has nothing. Panda is being bought. I'm losing my words here. Panda is being revived the old-fashioned way is what I wanted to say. Ooh, and we are kind of even in supply, guys. 43 versus 38.
A player's forces
and
are
now,
under attack.
Colorful has to buy time for his panda. It's gonna take... Oh, he cancelled him. How much gold does he have? He can rebuy him at the tavern. It seems like that's what he's doing. Warden, of course, so mobile with her level 3 blink. Can't really die. Panda has been rebought. Is it... What's he... Oh, dude, don't lose him again. No, he's not going to. Blink, fan of knives. Do a little bit more damage. We have nighttime now. Moonwell regen is kicking in. Do we have Wellspring upgrade? Yes, we do. Most of the Moonwells are over here, but they're all dry at the moment. He needs clarities bad on the panda. And also anti-magic potion and mana potion, probably. That was really close. Again, coming in, fan of knives, a bit of free damage. But we have free healing as well. We have staffs of sanctuary. Archmage, though, still dead. And he has to wait for him. Without the mana regen, he can't fight. And this is, of course, the time that Colorful wants. He's sitting at the shop. He has the mana ready on the panda. Moonwells, they keep on ticking up. It is nighttime. He only needs stuff to stay alive. Anti-magic, invols, mana pots, and then probably the heroes will do it by themselves. I like how he uses the Warden now. For scouting, for free damage, just poking in and out. Bobbing and weaving. Even the Shredder is coming now. 5,000 lumber, by the way. Against 6,000 lumber. Supply-wise, we're even. The human, though, he doesn't have as strong heroes as the Knight of Toss. We have double level 6, we have double ultimate. Even level 7 on the Warden. The Panda, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Not the most damage here against the Knights. The Warden coming in as well. Can the Pala really heal against this by himself? He's already out of mana. How is this supposed to work, my friend? It doesn't look like it is gonna work. And of course, this gold mine keeps ticking away. And Sock's still on no income at all. Level 4 for the Paladin, that's nice. He's gonna be invulnerable for a very long time. Warden didn't even get the Orb of Venom this game, right? Very unusual. But maybe that little bit made the difference. It was very close, definitely, but now the Night Elf certainly seems to be in the driver's seat. Firmly sitting in the driver's seat. Shredder gets saved thanks to Staff again. But the pressure is on Sock. He has to do something. He has to find the answer. The one guard tower, by the way, is still up. Is back. Will we see the Panda's ultimate? It seems like Drunken Haze Breath of Fire might be better in this fight. Warden taking a lot of damage. She could certainly use her ultimate. Doesn't even want to do it though. Doesn't even have anti-magics on his heroes. He's feeling so confident to just survive this anyways. Of course the Warden can always blink out and the Panda can always use his ult kind of. Okay, now taking severe damage, but there will be Holy Light in a second. And now it's ready. Oh, the Warden! This could be the opportunity! This could be the kill! Finally, no! With about 40 HP, she gets away. And now the Archmage. Oh, everything is starting to get so low. There's gonna be one more breath, and this one is gonna hurt. He dodges the bash. Oh, and everything's burning. Everything's burning. Mana potion ultimate. Earth, storm, and fire, ladies and gentlemen. And now he has to run. Archmage being cycloned up. And the last few units are falling. Paladin can save himself into Divine Shield, but it's not fast enough. The Warden finds the kill. And that's the GG. Colorful, in a very, very close and intense game, manages to take it in the end. And that's the 2-0. Because again, Colorful is leading 1-0 because he came from the upper bracket. And now only one map away from securing his spot. And he's having such a strong performance, man. I mean, he's not playing against the best in the world at the moment. Granted. But if he keeps on playing like this and maybe improving a bit, he might be the best Night Elf in China. We've been saying for like half a year the best Night Elf in China without any question is live. But Colorful today, impressing me. Impressing me definitely. That cannon tower though. I wonder how many maps there are where you can pull off that abuse. I'm sure Sock knows all of them. All of the spots. So we know you can do it on Tyrannus. On the outside maps. You can do it on Amazonia. You can do it on Last Refuge. Only on the top left though, right? I don't think it works on the bottom right base. Is there another one? Twisted Meadows, right? Might work. I don't know if on those cliffs you can build towers, but I've seen Mortar Team abuse up there before. So might work. Okie dokie. Next map coming up. This might be the last one for Sock already if Colorful will be successful in taking it home. Will he be able to go 7-0 today without dropping a single map? That would be pretty crazy. So, I guess we take a look at the grid again. We are almost done with today. Colorful or Sock, one of these players will be finishing first in Group A and will make it to GCS Fall Season 3. But tomorrow we continue with Group B, with Foggy, our European representative, with the very lucky draw here, with by far the easiest group. And then the day after tomorrow we have Group C. This is the group of death. Live, Remind, 120, and Romantic. Only one of them will be able to get through and manage to grab a spot. And then on Sunday we conclude our qualifier here with Group D. Lots of Night Elves, all up against Fly. This used to be Fly's most masterful matchup, where he went 8 months. No, it wasn't even longer. I don't know. He went a ridiculously long time without dropping a single map in competition against Night Elf. But this is not the Fly we're seeing nowadays. Fly nowadays doesn't seem to be in the best shape at all. Earlier this year, he proclaimed himself the best Warcraft player in the world, taking WCA Grand Finals first place, and right after that, GCS first place as well. Once against Yas, and the other time against 120. But currently, he's definitely struggling. And it seems like I keep on checking Check's stream every now and then because he's live in the game, so I can see when it's gonna start. Ah, I thought he was starting to play World of Warcraft because there was some Worgen background, but no, just seems to be his loading screen or something. So Twisted Meadow is gonna be the next map. We're gonna have it coming up in just a second. What maps were played so far? So the first map was just a default 1-0 lead for Colorful because he was coming from the upper bracket. And the second map was Last Refuge, which was also won by Colorful. Oh, so Neil seems to be doing the Liquipedia. Thanks, man, so much. Not just for modding today, but also for doing Liquipedia. Very cool of you. Is there even a way in Liquipedia that he can signify that it was a default win or a default 1-0 lead? I guess there must be. Oh, and I see here, this wasn't always the case. For the Chinese qualifier number 1, we had best of 3 in the final. And of course, in a best of 3, you don't lead 1-0. That would be ridiculous. And in the international qualifier, it was a group stage format. Ah, yeah, right. So this is the first time. Well, it was kind of group stages. It was GSL group stages, but without a best of 5 in the end. So I thought this was unusual. So, this is gonna be Sock's map pick. And of course, Sock, the bigger the map, the better it is. He's gonna go for Twisted Meadows. He was super hard up against the ropes against Shishi on Twisted Meadows, but he managed to squeeze his way through and make it out victorious. Colorful, he seems to be performing better, at least today. Quite a bit better than So Shishi. But it seems like if Sock wants to win somewhere, it has to be on Twisted Meadows. Sock is email fan, that's right. He went by email fan for the longest time, but now he changed it to Sock. He changed it quite a while ago. Here we go! Grand Finals time, map number, well, officially 3, I guess. Colorful is leading 2-0. This whole one map lead thing keeps on confusing me. I'm not a fan, to be honest.
Ready to work.
Alright, do we see the Warden again? Yes, we do. Twisted Meadows nowadays seems to be a very, very welcome Warden map. It's definitely the standard nowadays, I would say. Even amongst the Chinese Night Elves. And a little bit lucky here for Colorful, getting the spawn close to the mercenary camp. If he had spawned in these other positions, he would have been most likely forced to take the smaller camp, which of course results in less experience. And if he gets the greater mana here and gets a quick level 3, that can be ridiculously overpowered. AM, of course, going for the laboratory first. No Tome of Experience, but the rope certainly very nice. Warden, no greater mana for her. Scroll the Beast will most likely be sold unless later on she finds a good timing for it, which isn't too likely. Oh wow. Already going for the next Ancient of War. So... So I guess he's gonna creep this and then eat through there.
A player's forces are under attack.
Wouldn't it be better placed like here? Then you creep this, and then this, and then... No, I guess, no. Nah. Never mind. So, I am getting closer to his level 3, and of course it's gonna be an expansion, as it always is in this matchup nowadays. And here come the police. 3 of them. That's not enough. That is not enough. Again, saving one of her skill points. And going for the AM right away. It's gonna be time for boots soon. Does she want to go to the shop to get the boots, or does she feel she has to stay around here to pressure? Almost getting surrounded. It would have forced her into blink, but she does manage to squeeze through. Oh, the pig blocking the way. Hihi. Tier 2 has been started. 1 footman being sent to the Night of Main. I like this. This takes a lot of concentration out of the Night Elf's play. And yeah, when there's so many wisps next to each other, it doesn't really take that much micro from the human side. And now the Warden does decide to get the boots.
A town is under siege.
Boots and Telestaff. Isn't that a bit of a waste? Shouldn't he have eaten through the trees here with this Ancient of War? So that with this one, he can creep that one. But I guess he wants to have level 3 faster, so that makes sense as well. It's not going to be quite enough for level 3 though. He's expecting the expansion to be coming up, but Merc Camp has been taken first. Finding the Wand of Mana Stealing might be nice to take 100 mana from the Warden. And now she still needs one more peasant kill. Oh, and the timing is so unfortunate. He's like, ha, you're not here. I guess you're not expanding. And right when she leaves, the expansion is happening. This is gonna be level 3 for the Warden though. She does not want to invest the mana, doesn't need to either. But this expo is coming up uncontested, and look at this army. 2 Shadow Priests, a Berserker, and a level 3 Warden. Imagine he was harassing up here. So I think this is quite the mistake from Colorful. There should have been a Wisp here to see when this camp is happening. Now Sok gets away with a free expansion, when in fact he could have been pressured much harder. I missed what he found there, but seems to not have been too good. Sold it immediately. Hunter's Hall is gonna be done perfectly in time. Oh, that looked nice. Day 9 would have gotten a Craigasm right there. Is he going for Fan of Knives here? Now it's decision time. And yeah, we do see Fan of Knives level 2. Rest of the army just kind of chilling. Water Elemental easily dispellable. He has more than enough Abolish. Glaive Throwers. Again! Double Ancient of War Glaive Throwers. Abolish Magic. Once. He has so much of this. Twice. Doesn't waste a third one. That was pretty cool. Oh, next Fan of Knives, so much damage, but the Warden now has to be careful. Is there gonna be a TP? Yes. He's not gonna be testing his luck with the damage rolls. The Warden staffing back in again. She has healed up. And he has to keep this Ancient of War alive. Does he want to get Tome of Training? He can't get it yet. Against Shishi, his way to deal with all of these glaive throwers was Blizzard. But the Warden, man, she's taking so much damage. It seems like the rest of her army isn't really doing too much. These Shadow Priests still have so much mana. He was definitely a little bit slow on the Dispel. Trying to pressure here with something. Ancient Protector, I imagine. And here come the lures, but
a player's forces
these
are under attack.
glaive throwers so far seem to be very, very weak. Berserker has been stolen. That's not bad at all against the glaive throwers especially. Level 4 now though for the Warden. Still not picking up the item. This seems to be the new metagame from Night Elves on Twisted Meadows against Human. The glaive thrower push. I guess it's so easy for the Human to set up a third base that they don't want to deal with it and pressure instead, but that seems so all in. What if your glaive thrower strategy doesn't work and you don't kill the base? Aren't you screwed then? Scroll of Healing here for the AM. And especially without a Zeppelin, these glaive throwers are very, very vulnerable. 300 HP only. Tier 2 has been started, but pretty damn late by the Human. Already calling Militia, expecting a fight to be breaking out. And we have a Zeppelin for the Human now. Yeah, I'm not so sold on this glaive thrower strat. Is he going for a counter expansion now? Yes, he is.
A player's forces are under attack.
That's super late, though. Oh boy, is that late. But more and more glaives coming out. Yeah. I don't know how much experience Colorful has with this glaive thrower strategy especially, but it doesn't look, in my opinion, like it's very well developed. Oh no, Zeppelin is full. Save the Shadow Priest. And screw the Footman. Slows on the Zeppelin though. Oh nice, he unloads his Shadow Priest to dispel the slow on the Zeppelin. That was really good. It's being reapplied though by Muddy, the MVP. And he's almost gonna get the Zeppelin. Does it actually survive? No. Gets the Zeppelin last hit in the end. And we'll get the Water Elemental experience as well. No tier 3 tech yet. We have one Ancient of Wind, one Ancient of Lore, and 50 supply for the Night Elf. Do we have damage upgrades? Yes, we do. One damage upgrade on the glaive thrower. And as I said earlier, they are the units in the game that benefit most from damage upgrades.
A player's forces are under attack.
And there's not gonna be any Blizzard this time. Only Water Elementals, and of course they feed the Warden. He is now on tier 2, he does receive bonus experience. Tier 2 has been finished for the Human side as well. MK second coming out, Militia for the sandwich. He's going for a flank right now. This is gonna expose these glaive throwers. Oh, but the Fan of Knives, ooh, that is so much damage! Mud Golem casting so many slows. Very, very good usage of the little guy. Oh, that's actually Sock's Mud Golem. I thought it was, oh. Both Mud Golems died. Dying a brotherly death. So many Berserkers, by the way, for Sock. Holy Jesus. But as the dust settles, all of the glaive throwers are still alive. And now here comes the MK. Good hero, but not really that good on level 1 and not really that good against glaive throwers. One of the Footmen dies there. And when the Archmage stands still, he's taking quite a bit of damage from the glaive throwers as well. Holy crap. Where's the Warden? Where is the lady to defend the rest of her flock? Moonwell's completely dry. It just turned nighttime. But he's doing a really good job of still keeping these glaive throwers alive. And he doesn't even have wisps here for repair, so that is very well managed by Colorful. Now we do have the Tree of Life. Does he have a TP on the Warden to get back to help him creep that? No, he doesn't.
Players' forces are under attack.
Staffing in aggressively again. Mana potion on the Warden now. And Fan of Knives, level 3. Boom! Double kill towards the back line. Zeppelin not fast enough to save that. And the Warden has another Fan of Knives. There we go. So much damage. Still all of the glaive throwers alive. I can't believe it. And this shop won't be long for this world. Buy something quick! He gets the clarity and gets the scroll of regen. Warden, she has mana up here with the mana potion. Finally! Finally gets one of the glaive throwers. Man, that took some time though. Tree of Life is close to the base down here, to the gold mine, but can't really creep it by herself, of course. Level 6! Is she gonna go for the ult? Yes, she is. She absolutely is. Oh, so many corpses. She has 3 already. Now, if he wants to do it perfectly, he doesn't want to kill the peasants with the glaive throwers, because then they don't give corpses. They just, as you could see there, splattered to pieces. But there's critters here. Isn't that nice?
A player's forces are under attack.
And the Warden by herself trying to deal with the rest of the human army seems to be working fine. Oh, she has one more Shadow Strike in a bit, but the Zeppelin will be there to save the humans. No reveal being used above the forest. Oh man, and everything seems to be falling apart. Everything seems to be going down the shitter. All towers are gone. Expansion exposed. Counter expo not even needed. Human army. Are there tanks maybe somewhere? Nope, there's not. Tier 3 is not yet done. There are no tanks to distract, to buy some time. Oh my goodness. 1 or 2 more volleys will be enough for this expansion. Say goodbye. And now we have gyros again, guys. Alright. This was the magnificent, the brilliant idea, the brilliant transition from Sok on Echo Isles against Shishi. Can it work again? There, though, he had like 20 gyros. This time, it's more like 10. And they're not 3 damage upgrades either. Only 2.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
And here we go. Warden will have to get a Orb of Venom. There it is. It's gonna take a while, but over time she can deal with this by herself. Of course, Colorful knows that Sok has to re-expand, so he's scouting the top left. He keeps the avatar here on the top right. And he's setting up his own base at the same time. It was looking pretty dicey in the mid-game, where I was thinking, this glaive thrower strategy, is this really working out too well? But he made it work, and now it looks fantastic for him. Supply-wise, both on 50, but supply doesn't take into account the level 6 Warden. No, it doesn't. Alright, but that's pretty cool by Sok. He's trying to keep the Warden back at home to buy time for his expo, but the Wisp saw this, so this is really obvious that this is happening. Main gold mines, 3,000 gold remaining on both sides. The Warden doesn't have Blink, by the way. She has Fan of Knives and Shadow Strike, so she's not that mobile. And especially on such a big map as Twisted Meadows, the Blink would be so helpful. But now he's parking one of the Berserkers here in the main. And he's sitting around his expansion. It looks like he is expecting the Archmage to be coming in here to try to pressure. But no, he's just creeping. He has the Paladin now. Almost level 3 on the MK, and that's of course the thing about Twisted Meadows. You're always gonna be able to find creep camps.
A player's forces are under attack.
And here we have him again. Panda! Being added late, but being added regardless. That now puts Colorful into upkeep. He can afford it though. He has 2 bases running. Soon to be fully running. Ancient Protector is even coming up now.
A town is under siege.
Doesn't have Nature's Blessing, by the way. Hey! We see the first tank, ladies and gentlemen! Signature unit of Sock. Gonna take out this Ancient Protector with ease. Alright, it ain't over yet. Oh, the Warden! She doesn't have Blink, remember? Oh shit. Hammer time! This is gonna be so much experience. Can she fog around the trees? No, she can't! Oh my god, 5 HP! Can she run away? No! Boom! He got more than an entire level from this. Oh! Colorful biting off more than he can chew right there. Feeding away the Warden, level 6. He doesn't have the resources to buy her back either. Is this gonna be, again, the comeback train? Is this again gonna be the comeback train, man? Level 4 suddenly on the MK. After the red camp, Paladin's gonna be close to level 3. Can he even take the red camp though? Not sure. And the Panda can't level. He's kind of forced to stay home in base. I can't believe this. Bear, what are you doing here?
Player's forces are under attack.
Top right base is not yet re-established, of course, and that is where... Oh, surround! Well done, Sock. Surrounding the Avatar. Not bad at all. And now it seems like Colorful is realizing, alright, I don't want to let you creep too much.
Player's forces are under attack.
Dispel on the water elementals, free experience, but he's gonna lose 1 bear for this. He doesn't have a staff. He does have a staff. Saving that bear by the skin of its teeth. Paladin in trouble, but Divine Shield is available. Uses it right now. And more tanks. Triple workshop. He has halted tank production for the time being. He's going into fragmentation shards now. Rebuilding the blacksmith here as well. The bear might be seeing these tanks coming, but also might not. Ward invisible. She's gonna try to go for her own bit of harassment now. She has reskilled now, by the way. Tome of Training into Blink. No more Shadow Strike.
Player's forces are under attack.
Oh, these tanks will easily be able to kill this expansion. This is not enough. And the gyros are here as well. And the Panda is just sitting there. He's still not even level 2. King Cancer, man. And he's pausing the game again. I don't think this is like with malicious intent. Just probably some lag issues. Alright, Warden kills everything here. She stabs back, but she has probably lost her tree. Mass repair. Is it enough? No, it's not. 1 more volley. Boom! There goes the dynamite. And there goes the Panda as well. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Sock making the comeback happen again. It is incredible. Level 3 now for the Paladin and GG. Wow. I have counted him out so many times today. And been wrong so many times. Oh my god. Of course, this was the best map for Sock. We have to remember that. But he showed before that he can also win on Echo Isles with the Tinker first, so who knows what else he can do. I think the Warden went way too late into Tome of Retraining. I think she could have done way more damage with earlier Blink. And he didn't split well enough against the Gyros. If he had had like 4 Dryads at the expansion and like 1 Dryad and a Berserker in the main, he could have kept both of those locations safe against the Gyros, and the Warden just does her Fan of Knives game. But still. Losing his expansion, being down to 1 base against 2. Sock just doesn't care. Keeps on coming back. Very impressive. And this is usually where a co-caster is fantastic. when you can talk about stuff in between games. Because I'm starting to run out of stuff to talk about. Of course you can check out our calendar for the stuff to come in the next few days. This Thursday up until Sunday we're gonna be casting the Qualifier for GCS. This is the second to last one. There's gonna be one more after that, but then we're finished. Why is there toilet paper at your table? That's because I've been sneezing so much. I ran out of normal tissues, so now I'm using this. Can you see how red my nose is? Yesterday was really bad, man. Yeah, I got a cold, if you guys haven't noticed yet. That's why every now and then I have to cough. This is no Chinese food. Like, why do you guys think it's Chinese food? I've said this so many times. It's contact lens stuff. Alright, check this out. There is... You see? It's called eyewear. Eyewear. You see, really smart with an eye and then wear, because you wear it in your eye. And that's contact lens stuff. Please sing. No, no, no. I'm not gonna sing. Nobody wants that. Oh, shit! Neo said that there was gonna be his Backstreet Boys karaoke happening. Did he do it? I wasn't there. I don't think he did it yet, right? So he postponed it. He didn't do it yet, right? If he did, I really have to look through those VODs. I hope he's not dodging. But usually he's a guy who sticks to his word. He has only once chickened out of something. I told you guys already. When Yaz, Neo, and myself were in Berlin to cast the online part of the WCA Open Qualifier. And there we went to McDonald's and he ate a Big Mac. But not only the Big Mac, but also the packaging around it. He ate the entire thing. I recorded it with the camera. And of course, I pissed myself laughing. And I wanted to upload it, but he didn't say no. He just said, I don't really remember where the file is, you know? And I can understand. It was pretty embarrassing. So I don't blame him for that. I only envy... I don't envy you guys. I feel bad for you guys because it was hilarious. Next game's coming up. It's gonna be Echo Isles, guys. Is it gonna be Tinker again? That would be incredible. But I wouldn't put it past Mr. King Cancer, of course.
Your building is
Let's
complete.
hit it, boys.
Your building is complete.
Okie dokie. I think we're good to go. MK first. He might, of course, still be canceling this, so this might just be a fake.
Town is under siege. A player's
Might
forces
also
are
be the
under
real deal,
attack.
of course. Over here we can see the peasant already in position to hopefully try and steal the Shadow Priest. And it's the MK. Okay, he lets the MK finish. He's going up against the Warden again. Shadow Priest cannot be stolen by the peasant. Lightning Shielder. There we go. Oh, he denies the first creep with the Ancient of War. That's not really perfectly done.
Player's forces are under attack.
Still gonna be enough for level 2 though. And the footman coming in as well to harass. He lost one of these wisps to the footman. Also a bit of a mistake, so mechanically already we see Colorful making a few mistakes here. Claws +9, that is pretty good. But certainly better items to be found there. Boots of Speed, for example, being one of
Player's
those.
forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
And he's not going for the natural right away. Going for the Murlocs instead. And the first scout farm I think we see today from Sock throughout all of his games. Can't remember him getting one before. Wisp coming in to scout. And we see the counter expansion coming up already. This is not being scouted from the human side at all. And with this being so early, I don't think that the human is going to be in time to do anything. Oh. Is he going to split off his MK and creep the solo and hopefully kill the expansion with the MK? But is the damage even enough? Warden has one skill point available. This will be Blink if she runs into a surround. Oh, she gets the last hit as well, right? I think she did. I'm not so sure. I think she did. Hiding here invisibly. MK did get the Dust of Appearance though. Oh, he can't let that go to the Warden, but it's gonna go to the Warden. Oh man. Now he's not even level 3 on the MK. But he can get the Murlocs. That should be enough. And staff out into the main. He sees... Oh my god. There's no Arcane Tower here. Oh boy. Oh, and these peasants are trying to stay here to eat the damage of the Fan of Knives because in the gold line everything is so hurt. She's repositioning. She's repositioning. Look at the damage. Oh my god. Triple kill immediately. Fourth peasant. And the MK. Trying to see if there's a creep camp happening, but no, there isn't. The army is just sitting in the main. Okay. He's gonna whack away at this Tree of Life, but of course the damage isn't gonna be enough. It's almost done. And the Warden just keeps everything busy by herself. Oh, goodness. Expo's coming up now, though. And down here we do have an Arcane Tower.
A player's forces are under attack.
He's really scared to move out with his army here, fearing the MK so much. He's probably waiting for mana for Fan of Knives again. And then Telestaff out. He has the mana almost. And there we go! He's waiting for that peasant to come out. Boom! One more kill. Definitely gonna be able to get another one. No, he's not that greedy. Okay. Staffing home. Healing up. Takes a lot of moon juice though.
A player's
all of it
forces
in
are under
fact.
attack.
So that was expensive. But the MK is still only level 2. So if he hadn't gotten those boots of speed, he would be so useless at the moment. With the boots, he's okay though. Shadow Strike, Fan of Knives, finally the MK level 3. So he's putting on decent pressure here, to be honest. Footman coming in now as well. Okay, okay, this might be something. More Huntresses though coming from 2 Ancients of War. Tier 2 still not started, by the way. Over here, of course, the expansion is done.
A player's forces are under attack.
Very far away from the trees, by the way. Which might result in lumber issues, which humans seem to be suffering on Echo Isles always anyways. $12.5k, of course, over here, and yeah, it's gonna be about how much is this gonna be? 1.5k difference? Not even. Only about 1k, really? Oh shit.
A player's forces
a little bit
are under
more.
attack.
Mud Golem for the side of the Night Elf. And with this now, the chase potential is fantastic. The Warden has not been forced into Blink in the early game. Now she has so much damage available to herself. And these Huntresses, of course, in these early mid-game stages also so strong. And Sock still on tier 1. Over here, also still only tier 1. I would expect the Naive to start attacking very soon. Is he again going to be going Glaive Throwers? Really doesn't seem to be necessary on Echo.
The town is under siege.
So, here we go. Tier 2 starting now. But a lot of pressure coming towards the main. Guard Tower finishes, that's important. Dealing a lot of damage to these Huntresses now. Fan of Knives and the Glaives doing a lot of damage. Base is open. Does he want to go in though? If there is a TP back from the human, that could be disastrous. Of course, he always has the TP to get out himself. MK uses this time now to creep up a bit.
A town is under
But yeah,
siege.
tier 2 on the human side, still far away. I'm not sure I like how aggressive he's being with these Huntresses. I think he should use these Ancients of War to creep, like send this one out here, maybe later even towards the Murlocs, and use the other one to, you know, creep this stuff. Alright, he's gonna kill these Murlocs. Or actually, maybe it's good that he doesn't go for these camps, rather tries to pick off Footmen and stuff. Because if he gets to level 5 without taking creeps, he can maybe go for a Panda later, and then still reach level 3 with the camps that are still remaining. Because of course we know Sock loves his tanks! Having to use the invul here. But tanks are like so far away. He has more than enough resources now though to finally tech. But he's not doing it. Oh, there's the tech. Okay, never mind, sorry. I was looking at the wrong base.
A player's forces are under attack.
So actually, the tech is very even on both sides. Wow, this was perfectly matched.
The town is under siege.
To the exact experience point. In this potion again. Does he have the dust? Oh, no. Dust has been stolen, I think, by the MK and sold immediately. Okay. Getting a lot of heal scrolls now. And again, he's going for the Griffin Aviaries. Second lumber mill down here. For more lumber income. I like that. And I would really like to see Colorful go for a Panda now. He easily has the resources. There should be more than enough camps remaining for level 3. Kind of. It seems like he just wants to pressure more. Couldn't he keep the human busy now all the time with the Warden and the Blink game? And just creep up the Panda at the same time? It does seem that way to me.
A player's forces are under attack.
Juicy, juicy peasant kills. Oh, there's more. Triple kill again. Very nice. Uh-oh, but now he may have to TP. Ah, never mind. Piercing damage, hero armor. No problem. Blood Mage. This was the suggested answer when the Warden first hit the battlefield, where everyone was wondering, what do we do? What do we do? The answer was, get Blood Mage and drain her mana. Well, there's two issues with this. Warden can blink all the time, so she can get out of range. And second issue is, level 1 mana drain, not really that strong. And how are you gonna get that Blood Mage to level 3? This is Echo Isles after all. Warden meeting the human army, nicely dodging the bolt, well done. So I think he also saw the Dragonhawks here. Does he have True Sight? Yes, he does. And by True Sight, I mean Ultra Vision. Oh, he can also use Shadow Melt, of course. Can't be seen, can't be mana drained. One more Fan of Knives remaining, and after that we're gonna have a mana potion as well. Do we have heal scrolls here? One remaining, yes, on the Blood Mage. Level 6 for the Warden. Yeah, that's just what he was waiting for. He skills the ultimate, he has the mana pot, he can use it, and there we go. And again we have the Fairy Dragons being the answer to the Dragonhawks. And with the Dryad support, that seems to be working very well. And that push that was designed to deal a lot of damage and tower up was just completely destroyed.
A player's forces are under attack.
Anti-magic now on the Warden as well. No more bolt, no more siphon mana. For 15 seconds at least. Ah, this is starting to become hard to watch, man. Do we have maybe tier 3? Yes, we do. Okay. Tier 3, and I think tanks have to do it. You guys ask how? I don't know. But how else is it supposed to work? And it's interesting, right? How Colorful skips the Orb of Venom so much, putting very, very little emphasis on it. Easy harass, easy blink out, easy tally home. Goodbye. Warden, good hero, guys. Oh, he's gonna get one of the Fairy Dragons here. There we go. For 20 mana on the Warden. Give me some Vape Nation, guys. Alright, so he's going into Mass Dragonhawks. Now we've seen Fairy Dragons be a good answer to this. And of course, Warden does have the Fan of Knives level 3 already. He's not going for the Panda. I think Panda would still be a solid choice, as I said before. This camp, this one, and that one, boom, level 3. Colorful, by the way, already in upkeep. For quite a while, actually. And Sock, in the meantime, busy losing all of his peasants, of course. Oh my god.
A player's force.
This is so nasty. This is so nasty. Yep, and Fairy Dragons over here defeating the Mountain King and everything else. First hero dies. This will be the tournament end for Sock, but I think he has to admit it finally. The Warden is just too mighty here on Echo Isles. Level 7.5 now. He's chasing forward. Mana potion still available. Is he gonna use it? Yes, he sure is. And boom! He gets another kill, getting closer to level 8. Can't attack air because no orb of venom, but... Does he really need it, man? Does he really need it? Sock, he's trying his best. He's fighting like a lion, but I think King Cancer... A cure has been found, and that is called Colorful. And that's it. GG, we have our first new qualified player for the GCS Fall Season 3. And that is Colorful. Congratulations!